Miss Cartwright, it's Jake Hamilton in Chicago. How are you?
Jake, my man!
My man. You know, I got to say, it's so great to... I had the pleasure of meeting you a few years ago at a Simpsons premiere party, and I told you one of my dreams is to get to interview you, and you said maybe one day, and here we are. It's finally happening.
Boom shakalaka, dude. Here we are.
I like it. All right, I'm going to jump right into it if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously this is the first episode that you've ever written, so I'm curious, what have been some of your favorite aspects of The Simpsons, attributes of the show, themes of the show that you've loved over the years and then maybe wanted to include in your own episode?
You know what, the thing that I love most about the show, I think, is that when it hits a personal, strikes a chord with me personally, and that usually has to do with family. You know, having to do specifically with Bart and his relationship with the family or Lisa. And this time, I probably am going to surprise people, but I didn't write about Bart. It's actually about Lisa. And just in a nutshell, it's about her struggle of being an artist and how it challenges the whole family and the sacrifice, the blood, the sweat, the tears, literally, that the family has to go through in order to help Lisa make her dream come true.
And I love that. You know, obviously you are responsible for some of the most iconic voices of all time, most notably Bart. And I've always felt awkward asking actors to do a voice for me. But when fans come up to you and fans want you to do the voice, is that something you're okay with doing, or does that cross a line?
You know, it's such an interesting question, Jake, because I don't have the same kind of a... I guess it would be a problem with some actors who are most noted for their on-camera work, and they're recognized because of their face, but because it doesn't really happen all that much, honest to goodness, I don't mind it. I really don't mind. They'll say, can you do Bart? No way, man. Dude, what's your name? I'll say, Jake. Jake, what's happening? You're my bud. Dude, what's happening in Chicago? All right, settle down. All right, come on. Just settle down. You're getting a little too excited here. What do you mean getting excited? That's what we're supposed to do. We're animated. You know, it doesn't matter, Jake. It's fun.
Yeah, I wish you could see my face. I am internally freaking out. I'm a 31-year-old man freaking out right now. But I got to move on. Next question. The Simpsons, obviously, it's the longest-running scripted primetime series of all time. To what do you attribute The Simpsons, sort of their staying power, their place in pop culture, and our seemingly sort of timeless love for this family?
Yeah, I think you touched on it. I think it really does have to do with the family. You know, there's something about that family and the extended family, because there's the aunts, you know, and Marge's mother, Mrs. Bouvier, and then you've got all the friends and stuff. It's a family in the community that people can relate to. And when something is like that, and it just becomes more real, and so you appreciate it all the more. And then you talk about it at the water cooler.
Very true, very true. And as we wrap up, if you were to ask 100 people what their favorite Simpsons episode is, you're probably going to get 100 different answers. But I've got to ask you, what is your single favorite Simpsons episode of all time? I've got to do it.
That's like if I have 100 kids and you're going to ask me which one's my favorite.
Oh, my mom would say my sister is the favorite. She would say that easily.
Well, I love your mother. You tell her hello for me. You know, I can't really say. I have a penchant for the musicals. Just because I love Bart sings way better than I do, so I like doing the musicals. But there's so many. It's too tough, Jake.
Fair enough.
There's so many good ones.
Fair enough.
Especially this one that you're going to watch on Sunday night.
Which I cannot wait to see. I'm very excited. Miss Cartwright, I've been waiting a very long time to be able to interview you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It was really great chatting with you.
You're welcome. Take care, buddy.